Hello everyone, how's it going? I'm WoWcrendor, and I wanted to do a little series here. I don't know if people are gonna like this, but I'm gonna call it WoW Stories. And I'm in Winterspring right now, as you can see. I'm gonna turn off my hub, or whatever. For all people wanting to know, it's Alt-Z, by the way. Alt and Z turns it off. Uh, and I thought of the idea of flying around a zone and talking about my past experiences and memories of that zone. And I thought that would be a cool idea because it's almost like a storytelling thing. Uh, that's really generic, a storytelling thing, but kind of like a storytelling. Uh, it's like you're sitting around a campfire telling stories. Everybody likes stories, right? So I wanted more WoW content. I'm still ironing out fishing with Crendor. It's a lot harder than I thought it would be, to be honest. Uh, but I thought this would be a nice little thing in the meantime while it takes me a while to make machinimas, which they're coming along nicely, might I add. So first off, here in Winterspring, as you can see, this is a giant bear head. Or a knoll head? I don't know if it's a knoll or a bear. What's the knoll look like? He kind of looks, these are all the Timbermaw people, obviously. It might be a Timbermaw, but I didn't actually know that for quite some time. But in here, I feel like everybody has this experience where you're going through the Timbermaw Hold, and all these guys don't really like you yet. And I died probably a good 3 or 4 times in here, just running through. And I remember being like a super low level. I was on Billy, okay? I'm just gonna call him Billy because I don't even say his actual name anymore. I was on Billy, I was running through here, and I kept dying. And I was so excited to get to this zone because I was like, this is the winters. Is it raining? What? It's raining in Winterspring. It's not supposed to rain in Winterspring. It's supposed to snow. So, I believe this is because we're in Fellwood right now, and it's raining in Fellwood, but it carries over to Winterspring. Blizzard, fix your damn weather! Because I like the atmosphere of weather in the game. It was one of my favorite features when they added it back in vanilla, and now they kind of are like, it's kind of some places, but like, please. That's half the reason I fly around in these zones, is because I love the weather and hearing like the rain, even though we're in Winterspring, but whatever. But it was just, this cave, so many memories. And when I got to Winterspring, I was so excited because I love snow zones. They're probably my favorite zones. And random rain again. And I remember I walked in, I jumped down here on Billy, and I was like, "Whoa, I'm going to the zone!" And then there were all these geysers, and I kind of just jumped around in this pool. Listen, I was like 14 at the time, okay? Don't judge me. And I was just like, oh my god, this is so awesome. And then I just went and killed some gnolls, some of these den watchers, just because I was so excited. And then over here, of course, is Donova Snowden. And over here we got Donova Snowden, and she's the one who gave the quest for, to go kill the gnolls. And I remember you do the quest, and then some gnolls come out and like attack her, and you gotta fend them off. It was a nice little quest. So we're over in Timbermaw, the Timbermaw area right here. And there's some ice cap. I'm out of range for it, but I remember I was on my druid, and what I used to do is I used to come to Winterspring, and then I would go down to Azshara, and I would kind of make this big loop. So I'd go all around here. I'd go down here, go up, and all the way around, and I'd come down one more time. And then I'd go down to Azshara, where is it? Azshara. And then I'd go all the way down here and loop around and go up. And then I'd go here and then I'd fly back to Winterspring. And I'd just keep doing this. And that's how I made money, is I would do herbalism and mining. So I got all my mining done here. And then I'd go down here and do all my herbalizing. And that actually made a lot of money. And it was really relaxing. Like, you might think, oh, that's so boring, you just did that. But it was almost therapeutic. Like, you play music, you go into this state of just going on a path, and I don't know, there's just something to like farming. I feel like a lot of you have probably experienced that too. It's almost like grinding with music on. You go into a zone, and you just zone out, and you're just like, yeah, Yeah, that's my story for that. And speaking of mining, here's what I did mine, which was the thorium veins. And obviously you would look for the rich thorium veins, because those had the arcane crystals. Oh my god, memories. Okay, they had the arcane crystals in them. And everybody wanted those. Those used to sell for a lot, and I would always try to get the most arcane crystals and get a bunch of gold. Ugh. I just like the way they look, too. Look at that thorium. Look at that thorium. That's probably one of my favorite mining nodes in the game, to be honest. I just really like the green and the, I don't know. I like thorium. Now we're at Lake Kel'Theril, and I mainly remember this from that movie I made where it was like, the souls of the Blizzard devs are here. I think it was in Orc vs. Wild Winterspring. Go check it out, Orc vs. Wild Winterspring. Yes, yeah. That was probably my favorite Orc vs. Wild to make just because I love this zone so much. I love it. But I also remember there used to be chests that spawn. I'm sure there still do. And I would look for the chests that would spawn like over here. They'd spawn like in these random locations, and they'd sometimes have really cool stuff in them. So I'd go chest farming on top of doing my herbalism and mining route. And that was really fun too. And usually you didn't get a lot of things from chests, but it was just the thought. It was the thought of being like, I'm gonna open this chest, there's gonna be something really cool inside. And here's Everlook, but to be honest, I don't really have any cool stories here. Like, I came here and got some quests, and I know the Mechanical Yeti quest is over here. Nothing really exciting happened here, to be honest. So, whatever, it's Everlook. Over here, however, is that bear that sits up here. What's his name? Ursa? Maybe that's a different quest. He's down here. It always took me forever. Is this him? No, it's not him. It always took me forever to find this bear. He might just be on top of the mountain right now. But on every character I've ever leveled through Winterspring, I could never find him right away. And I remember I'd get Steve, if you've seen my relaxing raid runs, Steve, and we'd go looking for this bear. And we'd be like, where is this bear? And it was just, even he couldn't find him. See, look at this, right now I can't even find him. Maybe he's dead, maybe this guy killed him. He's probably not. I can never, he's like a Rexar. This bear is also Rexar to me, where I can never find them when I need to. And then when I don't need to find them, I'll always see them. I'll just be like, oh, there he is. Now I don't need him, and he's right where I can see him. I can't even find him now. I give up. So up here, in the northeastern part of Winterspring, is all these owl beasts, and it's called the Hidden Grove. But I never came here. Like, I did most of the quests, and I never got any quests to come kill these owl beasts. I don't know if there is a quest. There probably is if they're here, but I never got one. And I don't really like this area anyway. It's just a big area with a cave and a bunch of owl beasts. Like, it's not that cool. Maybe that's why there's really no quest for it. Unless there is, and I just missed it. But is there a quest for it? Somebody comment and be like, yes, there's a quest chain relating to the Owl Beast tribe or something. I don't know. Leave a comment about that. Because honestly, I never found a quest for it. Unless these people have it, but they don't, because these people are added in Cataclysm, I'm pretty sure. Because I do not remember them at all. Unless I'm blind, which is possible, because I was like younger at the time and not really paying attention. So out over here is the Frostsaber Rock. I know a lot of people know this place for the quest with Shirotam. I remember you gotta put out the meat. Where's the thing for the meat? Is it not here? They used to have a little, like, a little altar. Yeah, like a little altar you'd put the meat on. But I guess they don't do that anymore. I guess you just come up here and fight Shirotam. Oh well. Yeah, and then all his, like, cubs are here. And I remember this is where you had to farm for the Frostsaber mount. People had to farm a lot. I never farmed the Frostsaber mount because I didn't really care that much. Oh yeah, look at those high-quality icicles. Oh yeah, high-quality icicles right there. And then on top of this rock, isn't there something on top of this rock? Yeah, this guy. He's the guy that lets you get the Wintersaber. That's what it is, Wintersaber. I'm sure a lot of people is like, oh my god, the Winterspring place. Not me. I did the quest with Shiro Tam, and I was like, alright, I'm good. So now we're at Starfall Village, as you can see up there. Fun story, this little house right here. It's got the little pond of somehow non-frozen water. I don't know how, but it's not frozen. You go inside, and it's got a little book stack, and this open book, and this candle, and you got like some cheese and bread over here, and the bear rug, and like a bed with a little thing, and a candle. This may be weird, but I used to come in here, and I would leave the game on. I'd just leave the game on and come over here and just like sit here, or I'd go up to this table and just like sit down here, and I would just like chill out here. Like I'd put on music and I'd work on homework, or I'd do some other stuff, or I'd kind of just zone out. And I just found this house really relaxing, and I could like look outside and be like, ah, it's winter outside. Interesting. And is that weird? Does anyone else have, like, find secret spots in game where they go and they kind of just chill out, like, hey, I'm chilling by the books and the candle? Because I mean, really, it's almost like a virtual reality. Like, you still feel like you're there because you're seeing it. You're seeing all these things. And I don't know. I really like this place. I don't like this painting, though. But I just ignored that, and I liked everything else. I like this little statue. If I could get this for my actual house, I would get it. This, like, weird tree rock statue with sparkles like fireflies. I would get that. I just find it relaxing. So comment below. Do you have any cool, like, secret hiding spot places in WoW? Because this was mine. Good old hiding spot. Down here is Mazthoril, is what I believe it's called. And this place always used to, like, scare me back in the day. Like, I didn't like this place because there were all the dragon people walking around. Apparently there aren't anymore. Apparently it's altered beasts now. But there used to be elite dragon mobs, and they'd walk around here. I'm sure most of you know that. If not, then you know it now. And going here would almost be like a death sentence. And you had to go in this cave for... It was an attunement. Oh, it was the Onyxia attunement. You had to go in this cave to fight that one dragon for the Onyxia attunement. And there's also a quest for it, but you obviously didn't want to fight elite dragon mobs because it was difficult. I think it was a group quest. I don't really remember. I just remember mainly that there's a dragon in there you'd have to fight for the Onyxia attunement. Then over here, there's this little camp that's been taken over by owl beasts. This is more where I got into the owl beasts, because there is this little camp, and there's the dwarf and everything. And then over here, I know that there's even more owl beasts up in this area. Yeah, there's this guy who's dead. I don't think he used to be there. Jadrag, the Slicer. I think he was added in Cataclysm. But you go up here, there's all these owl beasts. And I remember I used to grind a lot of these because this is a good grinding area. It also got very dark in here. And then there's the quest for, like, these altars. Is that what it is? The altars in there? I think they changed it. Now it's like, that looks like a polar bear? I don't know what they did. I have not actually done these quests in a very long time. But I think this is how I hit 60 on somebody. Either Crendor or my Billy Orc or something. I don't remember now, but I remember I hit 60 on someone here. And up here we have Frostwhisper Gorge, and this also used to scare me until I actually did the quest for Frostwhisper Gorge, and now I really like this place. Frostwhisper Gorge, I think it's a fun little area for quests. It used to be all frost giants, now they changed it to be these ice avatar people, so that's all different. I remember you used to have to collect these crystals. You probably still do have to collect the crystals, but it used to be all elite frost giants. And I used to do that quest with Steve and Dan. You know who Dan is if you've watched vlogs and seen Dan. But we used to go down here, and one person would kite the frost giants away, and the other person would go get the crystals. And then we all had to, like, rotate and help each other out to get the crystals. So it was like a nice little collaboration of friends. And that was really fun. And that's one thing that I miss and don't miss, because it's nice that you can do it on your own, but it was also fun being able to do quests with friends if they were too difficult and you had to like work together, and that's something I miss. That might just be nostalgia though, like we used to collect the crystals, it was so fun. And I guarantee if I go back and we like had to do it, like collect the crystals together, I'd be like, I just want to do it on my own. But that's a cool building too, I like that. And then finally we had this road, which there's the bridge. You'd go over the bridge, and I guess there's no bridge anymore. You'd go over the bridge, and there'd be this area with all the demons in it, and you'd have to go through and fight all the demons. I think, well, I guess it still is, but it didn't used to look like this. It looked a lot worse. And then there was it Kil'jaeden? No, I think that's Badlands. Somebody was here, and then it went to Hyjal, but it didn't go to Hyjal because Hyjal wasn't complete. And I didn't like that area because I saw like Happy Winterspring, and I was like, I don't like this place. So I didn't really go here. Oh yeah, there was also the Hunter quest here, and I think you had to come here for the Hunter quest, or I think it may have been somewhere up there. I don't remember. I remember I did my priest quest though. I didn't do the Hunter quest. Dan did the Hunter quest. I remember helping him with that. Priest quest was more fun. We could talk about that in a future episode when I go there. But I hope you enjoyed this. I know it's not the most exciting thing, but I think it's fun to just fly around and reminisce about stuff. And then maybe other people will reminisce about their memories in these places. Because most of these places people have gone to for questing or whatever it may be. So leave your comments below. Tell me what you think. And yeah, we got more WoW Machinimas and Let's Plays and Blood Bowl and all sorts of stuff coming up. Okay? Okay. Bye.